I grew up here, like from my young teens to my young adulthood. Of all places, this was the safest, less racist places I've been. The minority is the majority here. You can't say that about most places. Have we ever had to not do extra? I feel like a lot of people forget who they are. A lot of people forget they're Hispanic. A lot of black people forget they black. I was forced to make significant changes in my life as well as an entertainer in my career. And nobody can take that away from me. Nigga, you can Google me and AI. You can ask Alexa. Alexa don't say shit. I've been in the music scene. I've been in the acting scene. We have a lot of bullshit in politics that we could all talk about. If you ain't ever been to the point where you about to quit, you ain't a real comedian. But I don't think any of us should be joke policing each other the way that we do and can, nor do I think it's up to the comedic community to tell each other who is ready for what. But I think for the most part, we have to adapt to change when it happens. Right. Comedy's obviously not the same as when it was in the 80s. Absolutely. Where all you had to do was go on the Carson show and then you're famous.
Welcome to the Libations Podcast, where every sip sparks a conversation. I'm here with a special guest today, and he is a comedian, an entertainer, a storyteller who carries more than just punchlines to the stage. Born in Fort Knox, raised as a military dependent, but he calls El Paso his home. He turned high school talent show into calling and never looked back. So you've seen him go viral for a Prince performance that caught the internet off guard. You've also seen him make history on his Almost There comedy special as the first black comedian to do it at the level in this city. And you've also seen him take his voice on the road on an NMA national tour. And now he's still making history and more performance here coming. So we're going to talk about everything, comedy, his career, and I want to give a special welcome to my guy, Anthony Austin Brown.
Lamont,
for sure.
My nigga.
Yes,
I appreciate you, bro. Like, you make a nigga feel like he did some shit in his life. And
you have, man, and that's what we're going to toast to, man.
Yes.
We're going to toast to all of that, man. Let's do our customary toast here at Libations. Never above you. Never below you.
Never below.
But always by your side.
Always
Shout out to my guy, Barry. All right, and we are saluting and toasting to your career and everything you got going, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Welcome. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. This family right here, man.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. We met at the beginning of this year. It took us months to get this back, but
yeah,
we out here. And it was something we did agree on is like being transparent about it.
Yeah,
I didn't want them to see version 1 and it's like, hold up, because I know the internet.
Yeah.
Y'all would have been like, yo, how'd this nigga grow his goatee so fast and where does his earrings go?
Right.
Would have been quick.
I tried my best. I'm a barber, so I tried my best to get him crispy. He was crispy. Whoever did his hair, salute to y'all. We got it crispy. We running it back. You know what I'm saying? It's a second rendition. Could not put it out without the quality audio. Sometimes you have issues. But I'm glad you were able to make it back with your busy schedule, brother.
You too.
There's somebody to look out for in the city of El Paso that is on the up and coming trajectory is Anthony Austin Brown. All right.
Yeah.
There's not too many goats, and I know him when I see him, man. So we so happy to have you, bro. Again, man. Let's kind of rewind and go back like to where you started.
Let's go.
So basically, man, what I know about you as a friend, man, I know that you were born into a military family, and you're kind of raised everywhere, man, but still chose El Paso as a home. When you look back now, how much of that identity came from the movement and you're choosing like where to stay, what made you stay here in El Paso?
So the thing that made me stay here was pretty much my parents retiring here, so we grew up just moving everywhere. It felt like, I was born in Kentucky, felt like I stayed there for 2 days and then moved to Germany where my youngest brother was born in Frankfurt, Germany.
Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Shout out Frankfurt.
And then we moved from Carlisle to Seattle, Tacoma, and then ended up here. When they retired here, I was forced to believe, okay, what do we do here? Is this my spot? Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up here, like from my young teens to my young adulthood. I lived here. And of all places, this was the safest, less racist places I've been as far as America's concerned. Because
that makes sense.
even Hispanics forget that they're mainly Hispanic here, bro.
Man.
The minority is the majority here. You can't say that about most places.
Right.
So that about it, I really fucked with. And then just being molded by the city, just like when it comes to just living everywhere, I was tired of having to reintroduce myself.
Yeah.
And Chicago's in my heart, bro. Like anytime I'm there, I feel home.
Yeah.
But I can say El Paso's home. Whenever somebody asks me what my home city is, it's El Paso. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, I can't claim that, but I can claim it is my home now. You know, they've embraced me here. You know, I do miss Chicago.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
The food, the culture. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, you know, just being around your own culture grounds you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, to be in a space, in a place like this, where it's another group of minorities, man, like, you know, it feels good too to go, because they may not understand this, how big this is, but just being in a space, in an environment where you see people at the gas station, you see people on your radio station, on the news, on, broadcast television, and they all look like you. It does something.
Of course it does.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't have that. You know, we go to different places. There are prominent places for black people, but at the same time, still, we don't see ourselves at the convenience stores.
No.
We don't see ourselves owning businesses as much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's what I love about here, is seeing a group being able to experience that as a whole. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that, man? You feel like that's true?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Honestly, it depends on where you at, especially with our community. You like a whole city. Like, where would you say that would be for us? Like Atlanta?
Yeah, I guess Atlanta's the biggest example. Maybe Houston. Certain pockets in the South or whatever. Some parts of cities like Chicago, right. It's very segregated city. So, when people getting off, but that's still actually being, like, I would say mixed now.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm talking about the majority.
Yeah. Majority is not too many places,
That's what I'm saying. It depends. Like, it's pockets.
Yeah, and I'm talking about on majority levels, like like 60, 70, 80%.
Yeah.
Demographic levels, no, they don't exist.
No.
It don't exist. So, be proud if you're in a demographic that is represented at a higher number, because, I would say, for just speaking for us, right, is that we don't get to see that every day.
No.
And I don't know. I feel like, that's why we have to do a lot more to represent ourselves in a more positive way,
bro,
to back the block, you know what I'm saying, to create opportunities and stuff like that. Because little by little, the things that's like put against us will, like, they'll go away at some point. But, we just got to keep working.
Brother, when have we never in history, if you just look at history, have we ever had to not do extra? Okay?
You ain't lying.
Like,
you ain't lying. Hey, I'm going to toast to that. Let's toast to that.
Oh.
For sure.
Hey, you be sipping, I'll be dipping, nigga. Hold up. Hold up.
Yeah.
I got you.
Damn, we done went off on a tangent here.
Of course we did.
But you're right, man. It's kind of like the fact that we have to work harder, show up earlier, look cleaner, this, that, and the third. And I really get disappointed when we're presented with opportunities and when we mess them up. We open businesses and we're not on time. There's a saying called black people time. I wish that didn't exist, man. Black people time should be the standard. No, y'all need to show up like black people do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wish it was a standard thing instead of like a bad thing. Because, we had a deficit.
Well, bruh, you look at just like experiments that they do. It's a design. You look at, what's the oldest one? You get a black baby doll and a little white baby doll.
Yep.
Which one do you think is cuter?
Yep.
It's kind of been
pride. It's like a pride thing, you think?
I don't think it's a pride thing at all. I think what has been forced hatred, man. And damn, we did go on a tangent.
Yeah, we go reel
We'll
it
get
back.
it, yeah.
We go reel it back.
Yeah.
But, circling back to where we are, El Paso. I love just the black and brown unity here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the spaces that we can thrive. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do what I want to do here. And I don't have to worry about, somebody trying to hold me back, pigeonhole me, that type of thing. So that's why I love El Paso big time. So hopefully you looking at me like, hey, what's that look? Bro?
No, I'm just
Speak your mind, G.
No, I love that aspect of it. I just read the comment section too much.
Oh man, you can't do that.
I know I Kevin Durant myself every time. I don't have the goatee no more, but I do that a lot. And here's the deal with that. I feel like a lot of people forget who they are. A lot of people forget they're Hispanic. A lot of black people forget they black.
Yeah, some people just happen to be black.
Somebody just happens to have the skin and they don't remember that you a nigga to them.
Yeah, OJ.
If the glove don't fit. But no, that aspect, what you're talking about, I love about the city. Yeah. I just know, and it's not just our city. We can't just narrow it down to whatever. Yeah. I just feel like people can do better.
Yep.
And, especially if you're in the minority, you got to stop thinking coconuts exist, Yorks exist. Stop, bitch.
Yeah. Let's fast forward, man, to a project of yours, man. Almost there. It's not just a title. It feels like a personal statement. What were you proving to yourself when you decided to film that special, and what changed after you released it?
You know what? That came at a point where I was at a crossroads in my life and career. I fell in love with my ex, who I still love, and I was forced to make significant changes in my life as a man, as well as an entertainer in my career. I felt like I wasn't where I needed to be, but I'm almost there. It was a statement. I feel like anytime I'm at that point, and I've been at this point in many times in my life, and I feel like comedians, if you ain't ever been to the point where you about to quit, you ain't a real comedian. You ain't a real comedian unless you've had that, like, this shit ain't worth it, nigga. Like, what am I doing? Like, that's that point. Because it's a lot of grind. A lot of niggas don't make it till they like 30, 40. Look at Bernie Mac. When did he make it? Shit, like a lot of cats. But I pray a lot. I pray in my own way too. I prayed, if this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing, take it away from me. I felt like the pressure was too much. Me trying to build a life with somebody else and all that stuff. As soon as I did that, and anytime I've done that, more opportunities came. This special fell at my lap, literally.
Right.
I built so much respect from the scene, and this all came at a crazy time. God works in mysterious ways, bro. Like, I've had so many different times in my life where I was expressing myself through different art forms, because you know I do all that shit. Yep. So like, this was me coming back from the music scene, which I started to express myself like later. I didn't do music till later, bro. Like, so when I got done with that, I got back to the comedy because I missed the bug. I was like, yo, these niggas don't know who I am. What the fuck? And I just started bang. And the respect from the scene was so tremendous at the time. They was like, yo, we believe in you. Let's put the special on for you. I was like, I ain't got shit right now. I can't invest into myself right now. That's where I was. Yep. Like, and a lot, like, even with all this, you got to invest in yourself, time, money, energy, everything.
What made that possible for you at that time? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? And that's true. You do exactly what you said, brother. This ain't, nobody's helped. No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I had my shout out to my dad. Shout out to my guy, Mac Clayway, all day, every day. He's been an investor. Shout out to my guy, Michael Reed, man. Like, people have sewn into me. So you do have those angels that people send your way, and it keeps you going, and it lets you know, it reminds you that, like, you're on the right path. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wanted to make sure I corrected that. But what were you saying though, man? In reference to
bless you.
Shout out to my guy Isaiah Moore, man. One of the dopest artists, rapper. I mean, in general, in El Paso and beyond, man.
Hold up. Come here, nigga.
Totally talented artist, man. Yeah.
Because they done heard you sniff for the last.
Come back this way.
Come here, nigga.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, you still a little dark.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody.
Yes, he's my guy.
Shout out to Lamont. Shout out to Lamont. Goated.
Shout out to my guy Austin too, man.
Shout out to Austin. Shout out to Lamont. Shout out to Off Top. Shout out to all my brothers. Everybody who trying to come up in the city, and you know it takes a tribe. We all got to come together and do this. And ain't no more separation and you know egos. We got to get rid of it because that's gonna be a downfall. Listen to J. Cole. He said it.
My nigga.
Hey, follow Isaiah Moore on all platforms. Okay, this brother got it all.
So what made that happen, to answer your question? Like,
sir.
when I say that, it literally fell in my lap. I had nothing to contribute to it.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally at the point, and I'm like literally 1 foot in, 1 foot out in my own relationship with my entertainment, how I felt at the time. I felt like I was contributing so much, investing so much into this product that I couldn't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The scene made that happen. When I say the scene, I mean Guz Buzz from Chuco Town Comedy, aka Gustavo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Jeremy Stretch from Stretched Out Comedy. I mean Aaron Barber from AB Comedy. I mean Board Films, who were the first filming company that I ever did a short film with. I mean, the openers that I had, Joshua Ryan, Stretch hosted the whole thing, Javi Bailon, Paul Ramirez, Otis Hicks. I had everybody involved make that happen. I literally had to do nothing but show up, is what I'm telling you.
Wow.
That's what I mean about that being handed to me. I feel like my debt will never, be met.
Yeah.
To what they did for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's what happened. That's why I say, like, I don't like we all supposed to have an ego to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what my work did for the scene, and nobody can take that away from me. Nigga, you can Google me and AI. You can ask Alexa. Alexa don't say shit. I know you can Alexa me. That shit is on my fucking resume, bro. Ask Alexa who I am. She'll tell you.
Wow.
That's a flex.
Yeah.
But it didn't go without help, is what I'm telling you. Like, and they invested into me. The scene did.
And I feel like that's because, God worked through people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you feel like roads are being paved for you to keep pushing forward, a lot of time that be God. That's God working through people and making opportunities for you. That's how that just gives you the understanding that like you're on the right path with what you're doing. So man, salute to them. Salute to everybody that he just said, man. Like a God working through y'all, that means y'all doing something great in the time that he met y'all, man. And I gotta salute y'all because that's a lot of times, man, we end up being the person that creates opportunity for people. But we also gotta get out of our own way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That like recognition, that's something that everybody ain't getting. You know what I'm saying? And if you truly have your heart in it, then you're happy when Anthony Alderson Brown don't forget to mention you when things are brought up about their success and the fact that you led a helping hand to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. That's real dope. Let's talk about the El Paso's funniest. Can we talk about the comedians in the community here?
I'm glad you transitioned to that because with the blessings came a lot of bullshit. I'm not gonna be on no Cat Williams shit. I ain't gonna mention no names of what happened behind the scenes. But I will say there's a lot of bullshit, and not just in my scene. I've been in the music scene. I've been in the acting scene. We have a lot of bullshit in politics that we could all talk about. But I'm choosing not to because I want everybody to eat. But I'll just say it like that. Going back to what we were saying about the motherfucking city and just people in general, people can do better. But through ego, which is something we need.
And don't need at the same damn time.
Yeah, there's a line. But I guess it's up to you to find out the line. That was a sexy ass line. Hold up. Nah, man. But yeah, I just, when it comes to El Paso's funniest too,
yeah,
I don't think even the scene takes it seriously. What I can say is the more serious we take ourselves, the more our scene's going to take care of us. Because a lot of us, I will put myself into that category, have been lazy.
Absolutely.
And that's just something.
So question though. So now I know, knowing your background, I know you started in comedy, but then also at some point you went to music.
Yeah.
Talk about that transition. What inspired that transition? And
Easily.
you know, and what was that like for you?
So what happened is like a lot of the entertainers I'm very heavily influenced by, like the Eddie Murphys, Jamie Foxx's, Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover. A lot of these guys, what they have in common is being multi-talented. Now, when it comes to core, like just specific to the art form, of course there's the GOATs. I have Dave Chappelle and Kendrick, all, you know, like I look to certain people for just specifics, but when it comes to me, I look to the ones I just mentioned earlier. What happened for me to transition to music, first of all, it stems from me not knowing I was musically talented, knowing I have a talented family, and I was like the quiet kid that soaked in the shit like a sponge, or just like a hungry bitch for dick.
Wow.
But sorry, but these things exist. But it came down to the formation of that. Me knowing, like I used to do impressions as a kid. You know, I used to do a lot of impressions. I'd have my own toys and just like do the movie in front of me. I knew that. I knew I was vocally talented and just like soaking everybody's voice and shit. And then you skip forward, it's college, where shout out to Mark Stringham, got my voice vocally trained to sing. Because I had a naturally beautiful voice, but he taught me how to sing and not fuck it up. Taught me how to sing correctly, sing from my diaphragm, how to vocally train, just vocal warm-ups, what you shouldn't or shouldn't drink, whatever the fuck. But specifically why I started doing music came from a point where after I won El Paso's Funniest, blah, 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 all that shit, right? There was a point where back in Trump's first presidency, there was a trend going around on TikTok, which I have a beef with TikTok. These niggas banned me. Fuck TikTok. I don't give a fuck. You can even give me my fucking shit back. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you niggas. I know you niggas are searching anyway.
It's awesome.
But anyway, TikTok had a trend going around called the George Floyd Challenge, where a bunch of white kids was stepping on each other's necks and shit, and it got viral. I felt a certain way about it, and I didn't even have no jokes for it. I was just pissed the fuck off. I was pissed the fuck off. And a lot of people don't remember this trend, but I remember things. I'm like KD. I look at everything, and I'm obsessed. I have to be on the internet. It's my brand. So I see this shit. I say something on my Facebook. I'm like, I don't appreciate this shit. I understand a good joke, but where's the joke in this? Didn't see the punchline nor the setup, bitch. I know the lingo. I've been doing it for years. So like, it got down to that, and then some fan was on my shit talking about, oh, so you can make jokes about white people, but you can't take this joke. I'm like, and then gave me the whole shut up and just do jokes type shit, and that's what pissed me off, because then when I get on stage for comedy, nothing felt funny because I was filled with fucking rage. I couldn't even make myself laugh, let alone the motherfucking audience. So what would I do? I decided to go to motherfucking music because that was the only way I could express myself at the time. It birthed not only the We Will Survive song I have with Feline Fox, which for a while they didn't play on social media, but for some reason, you bitch niggas, I know I'm watching you. It also birthed my Trump joke, my Troompa Loompa joke. If you haven't heard it, watch a show or watch my special, Almost There. But it stemmed from that, because when there's moments where I can't express myself comedically, I transfer it to music where I can fully. That's why that even happens. When I feel like I can't communicate with, and I'm very transparent with you and like my audience, I'm just like, I'm an open book, which is a double-edged sword. I'm very much aware. That's where that comes from. Long-winded answer, but yes.
That's what I want, man. I want to hear the truth, the real facts. Listen, man, so what I know about you, right, and is that you've made several sacrifices. Sometimes that deals with health, man. Can you talk about that? And, you know, what helped you get through it? You know what I'm saying?
So I started to develop heart problems that I didn't know I was having. I didn't know I was having until I was fainting, nigga. I was pretty much Joe Bidening, just fucking fainting every now and then. And it was like back-to-back yearly thing for about 3 years. And I was still dating my ex at the time. She told me, you need to get yourself checked. And you know how black people are, like, if minorities are in general, but like black people, we just don't go. Yeah, we don't give a fuck. So like what got me through that was really challenging my health, challenging myself, because I didn't and I couldn't afford health insurance, but I got a new job. That shit helped out. I got new health insurance, so y'all can suck my dick. I got that shit taken care of, but at the time I was like, yo, what can I control for me? So that's where the whole challenge came from, me exercising like every day and documenting it on my social media. I never used to be that person. I started doing that. It was like day 1, let's have some fun. Day 2, what it do? Day 3, look at me. I started rhyming every single day. I got up to 170 days last year. Right? So that's where that came from, that a paradigm shift. I was like, yo, life is short as fuck. I'm in my 30s now, bro. I'm over here. You niggas don't know how embarrassing it is to faint in front of people and them to act like it didn't happen in front of you. But like that was a whole paradigm shift and movement for me. It was a slow but steady pace for me. That's where the change came from. Physically, I'm so demanding and nobody asks for it. Nobody asks me for it. I demand that for myself. Whenever I perform with a band, music or whatever by myself, I'm giving everything. I'm running around. I'm fucking doing just complicated lyrics and bundling that shit up, running around, coming back and then singing, blowing my fucking head off. People didn't know I was on the verge of heart attacks every single time.
So let me ask you this then, like, what benefits do you feel like you experienced once you took that change, once you took that action?
First of all, this is for me and for everybody. You take care of yourself, you feel better, you will just be better. That shift for me, moving things for myself physically, just from shit I could control, the rest was like, okay, what the fuck, I can't. That immediately changed a lot of other things. Me feeling better, feeling healthier, changed a lot of decisions and just like things in general.
You feel like it gave you more energy to just keep going and everything?
And you don't know how fatigued you are when you're not even at peak. And I'm not even at peak now, but like I look and feel better than I did when I was having those moments.
Right.
It's night and day, you know? So,
and I'm guilty of it, man. Like I really know I have to hit the gym and do more. And I know if you're watching this show, you probably know you got to set some time aside and make it happen, man. Like, you know, that could be holding you back from enjoying life at its fullest, right?
Right.
Man, let's get into another thing. When we talk about comedy in the city of El Paso, what do you feel led to your success? What do you still hold on to that allows you to keep going and growing?
I honestly feel like it's just a God-given gift to make people laugh the way I do. It came naturally. I didn't think this was me. Like, I'd never been the type of person like, oh, I was born for this shit. Nigga, like, came out the pussy, like, knock, who there? You know, like, I'm not that, you know, but like, it became that for me. And it's not a ego thing for people to tell you that. The people told me that. They put that shit on me. The people I perform with and for over the years, that did it for me. Because it was that validation of like, from day one, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what a setup was. I didn't know what a punchline was. I didn't know what taglines were. I didn't know what a metaphor was. It increased my knowledge for the art of comedy. I didn't know when I was a kid. When my mom and dad straight up just had me watch like Kings of Comedy or like fucking In Living Color just to get us to shut the fuck up. No offense, I love y'all. But like, just to get us to shut the fuck up, they put that shit on. Right?
Yeah.
I'm picking up these things naturally. And when I was a kid, I soaked in everything like a motherfucking sponge, bro. Like I said. So I just felt like it, and I still feel like it's a calling, even when I try to say goodbye to it, even when I try to push it away for a relationship, for whatever the case. That is me. I just feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to make people laugh. I'm supposed to make people feel with my music. I'm supposed to fucking people feel when I act or whatever. It's in me.
Man. Hey, shout out to you for that. Like, it's a lot of people that don't understand when you're on your path, the designated path you're supposed to be on, bro. It's so easy to do it, but it's so hard to step away from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you know what? Sometimes you got to. And then when you come back, it's even stronger.
Nigga, I've tried. I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah. So man, let's talk about comedy too, and not specifically El Paso, just in general, man. Is there an unpopular opinion that you have about comedy that's contrary to the populace? You know what I'm saying?
What I can say about that is I don't think there's a handbook to it. There's a lot I can agree to the aspect of the grind of how you get to certain points of where you are as far as host, feature, headliner. But I don't think any of us should be joke policing each other the way that we do and can.
Mm-hmm.
Nor do I think it's up to the comedic community to tell each other who is ready for what.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, we do it for the people, right? And sometimes the people say, "Hey, this nigga's ready."
Right, yeah. So what you're saying is that like you may have an understanding of comedy, but the people may have a different idea of that.
Yeah.
And you have to allow people to embrace and receive that admiration at the time, even if you may not understand.
My thing is, yes, I think for the most part, we have to adapt to change when it happens.
Right.
Comedy's obviously not the same as when it was in the 80s,
Absolutely.
where all you had to do was go on the Carson show and then you're famous. And also, we didn't rely on social media. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
We had to be in person, which I'm very old school. I was like that. And people tell me all the time, "Oh, nigga, you should just dance and sing." I'm like, nigga, what am I, a jigaboo? I'm not about to fucking do all this shit. Put me on stage. Let me prove myself, bitch,
Right.
Denzel niggas every time, but like, I understand there's change here, and we have to be willing to adapt to the change.
Right.
Now, if there's those that are given the opportunities that aren't ready, they're in that. We've seen it. I've seen it. Y'all see it. The thing is, you got to be willing to let these things happen.
Yeah. Understood. I feel like social media changed everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every industry. Me having a background as a just second generation barber and been cutting since I was 14 and shit, man. Like, I've seen that escalation, right? And I think the catalyst really is just like social media, and the fact that because of social media, a lot of platforms kind of just collapsed. The A&R is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Cochran, like the moments where people, hey, if you get on this platform, it's up. That secular moment is not as prevalent anymore. Because now I think the machine expects you to be able to command your own space, to command your audience, to create opportunity for yourself.
Right, but they also playing a game too. They also playing a game too.
Success chain for yourself. And then, if you tapped into the mechanics of the machine, cool. But that takes money too. You already know. But I think gone are the days of saying, hey, if I go here, I go there, or if I get this phone call, A&R call me, and I sign to this label, or I sign to this opportunity, then I'm up. That is gone.
Yeah.
And so how do you navigate that space now as a comedian where everything's kind of like on you, and you have to show and prove things? You have to prove your own worth right now.
Well, I can speak for myself and for anybody trying to do this shit. Be patient with yourself.
Please.
Because, like, when you realize all the shit that you have to do, it's overwhelming as shit.
Yes.
You have to be your own producer, director, editor, advertiser, manager. You have to have the knowledge of your own business. You have to be a businessman because it's show business. Everybody gets into the show but realize there's a whole business behind it and they leave. And then on top of that, you have to be an ultimate performer. Not even ultimate. You can be good, but if you don't have these other things ready, you're fucked.
Right.
So be patient with your fucking self because all of it is overwhelming.
And it can be, right? It can be. Well, it is in any aspect of business, especially the entertainment business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've been seeing now that I'm in the entertainment business. Just seeing that, there's a lot of content. People got to see you more often.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a huge budget, that means you shooting with your cell phone. Hey, you got the homies, y'all doing skits, y'all doing this, y'all doing that. And for it to not, to be able to have enough content to put out over a certain amount of time, it's pressure.
It's pressure. Yeah, and that's where the patience comes from, because we are designed to feel like we ain't shit because we ain't got the views. When we got a lot of untouched gems out here. Right, we get in our head. I can speak to the choir here, but I feel like everybody can resonate when I say we get discouraged when it comes to the numbers. You then don't. That's where the patience comes from. Rely on yourself because it is you. The content don't even have to be shit. A lot of people got viral from just doing this in a car.
Right. Yep.
You just have to consistency.
Yeah.
It's all consistency, but it does require patience, because we lose patience because like, oh, well, I put all this time into this motherfucking video where I was, like.
Yeah, and then it do the numbers I wanted it to do.
Exactly.
But then the one you put the least work into, it hit. And you be like, there's no math, no equation that's going to tell you which ones is going to go and which ones not.
You just have to keep going.
It could be by virtue of the day and the time. It could be the time that it could be a great piece of content and you timed it. And because you posted that at 1:30 in the afternoon, boom, the right people saw it and went out, got commented, shared, and that's why you got to be consistent. People got to see you. Let me touch on this one thing. I know you have a lot of opportunities coming out, and shout out to you for getting on things like the Laugh Factory, man. We know that is a proving ground for up and coming comedians. Can you talk about how that opportunity presented itself and how you feel about just being able to be on that platform?
So again, it's just God laying things into my favor. Me working so hard for everybody else, putting very little into myself, but God being like, nah, here. Javi by Long, a huge friend of mine and somebody I consider a brother. I came at a point in his life, he came at a point in my life where we just happened to cross paths. This was, and I'm connecting the dots of everything I told you. This came at the point when I was already done with music. The band had broken up or taking a hiatus, whatever you want to call it. And I missed comedy. I came back to comedy, proved myself. I came back at a point where they were treating him and Lil Paul, both my brothers, like shit, playing politics and shit. I ain't gonna mention no names. Let's eat, nigga. But I said it. It came at a point where they were treating these young cats like shit. I didn't fuck with it. I just gave them opportunities. I ain't calling nobody out. I was headlining at the time. When I came back, I was just like bumping out shows, boom, boom, boom. And I gave them just little opportunities to just play. Because they were denied open mics. My nigga, who does that? Stop gatekeeping, motherfuckers. Like, I say this about the music scene. I'll say this about the fucking comedy scene, acting scene. Stop gatekeeping, bro. I don't give a fuck what it is. Stop doing that shit. It came from that. It stemmed from that. Because this was before Javi Bailon got fucking viral. This was before all that. It stemmed from that. And you look at what God does. They denied them opportunities. I gave them just one little opportunity. Javi got super fucking viral after that. The rest was history. I didn't have to work as hard anymore because the opportunities I was fighting for, he was given. And does it make me feel a certain way that it's not my name that's like headliner, blah, Anthony Austin Brown? Yeah, that's me being honest.
Yeah.
Because you work hard for that. You work to seek that, and then you put out videos that people don't think is shit. Those numbers and the things I'm talking about, that hits you. It hits your fucking psyche.
Well, God still made them opportunity. They presented them opportunities for you.
Correct.
Open doors for me.
Which is
sometimes
what happened.
Those opportunities don't come from the avenues that you think they're gonna come from.
Exactly.
It could be from your own work. It could just be from because you're a good person.
You show one little act of kindness,
and because you became a quality individual, and you put love and respect into other people, then the benefits.
So that's how it happened.
Great, man. I love to hear it. What are you looking forward to for that opportunity?
Something as simple as having that video, and just even if it was just a photo, but just the video with the background behind you,
right,
solidifies everything, every bit of sacrifice, because everything is a sacrifice, especially when it comes to the industry and entertainment. It's so much sacrifice. It hammers home that fucking heart feeling. Damn, bro, like I done lost relationships, I done lost like respect from family, friends, whatever, lost friend, whatever the fuck, you know, it'll hammer that final nail in the coffin of like, this is why I've been saying and why people have been believing in me. Right. This is what I'm meant to do all the time.
Right. All the sacrifices.
All of it.
All the pain.
All of it. All the pain, nigga. Like, all of it.
Yeah. You know, we know that's coming up, man, and we're here. We're here. We're supporters of it. You know, you got all of our platforms, all of our friends, man. Everybody is behind you. Yeah. And what you're doing, we want you to kill it and go out there and do what you were meant to do here. You know what I'm saying? And so we definitely support that, man. We want to ask you what you got coming. Like, you know, can you say, if outside of the Laugh Factory, what you have coming up, and also your social media platforms, let the audience know how to find you.
All right, so this month, March 26th, so that's in a couple of weeks, I will be at the Inn of the Mountain Gods Casino in Mescalero, New Mexico. Tickets are less than $20, so I expect y'all to just sell that bitch out and pack it out. I am not the headliner, but I want y'all to prove to them why I should be by packing that bitch out, first of all. And then April 2nd, this is after April 1st, but this ain't no motherfucking fool. Let me not fool you when I say April 2nd. This is going to be a local show, which I have narrowed down to the T. I only have 2 local shows here in and 2 in El Paso, Texas. So make sure you get these motherfucking tickets. It's going to be a Sheepdog Brewery. That is April 2nd. In June, we have the Laugh Factory in California, as well as my debut in Chicago, My Heart. And I got a family already excited about that shit. So salute to Chicago. And then my last show, because I'm racking up this year, which I believe we talked about in the last podcast. Right. I'm racking up because a lot of this is investment. Y'all don't realize a lot of the time I was making these cities, and I'll be back, motherfucker, I'll be back. But nigga didn't have merch, so I have to rack up. Last show in El Paso is going to be on October 2nd. And it will be with my nigga Charlie Mack, who got viral. Shout out to Charlie Mack, because he got viral on Kill Tony. And me, him, Keisha Hunt. Shout out to Keisha Hunt and Joshua Ryan. We had this whole East Side motherfucking thing. So that'll be in October. So those are all my gigs for the year. And next year will increase, because you niggas got something brewing.
Man, you never know what other opportunities may slide in between, because you're being in the excellence that you live in, bro. You're highly favored. I see it in your spirit, in your delivery, and your execution. And we appreciate you coming on Libations Podcast, man. Here at Legacy Studio, bro. Another toast.
Yes, sir.
Out. Hey.
Libations, you ain't lying.
Y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Yes, sir. Wait. Yep. Oh, shit.